Sahih al-Bukhari 2690. Narrated Sahl bin Sa'd, there was a dispute amongst the people of the tribe of Bani Amr bin Auf. The Prophet went to them along with some of his companions in order to make peace between them. The time for the prayer became due, but the Prophet did not turn up. Bilal pronounced the adhan, a call, for the prayer, but the Prophet did not turn up. So Bilal went to Abu Bakr and said, "The time for the prayer is due and the Prophet I detained. Would you lead the people in the prayer?" Abu Bakr replied, "Yes, you wish." So, Bilal pronounced the Iqama of the prayer and Abu Bakr went ahead to lead the prayer, but the Prophet came walking among the rows till he joined the first row. The people started clapping and they clapped too much, and Abu Bakr used not to look hither and thither in the prayer, but he turned round and saw the Prophet standing behind him. The Prophet beckoned him with his hand to keep on praying where he was. Abu Bakr raised his hand and praised Allah and then retreated till he came in the first row, and the Prophet went ahead and led the people in the prayer. When the Prophet finished the prayer, he turned towards the people and said, "O people, when something happens to you during the prayer, you start clapping. Really, clapping is permissible for women only. If something happens to one of you in his prayer, he should say, Subhanallah, glorified be Allah, for whoever hears him, saying so, will direct his attention towards him." O Abu Bakr, what prevented you from leading the people in the prayer when I beckoned to you to continue? Abu Bakr replied, "It did not befit the son of Abu Quhafa to lead the prayer in front of the Prophet." Summary. The Prophet taught the people that when something happens during prayer, they should say Subhanallah instead of clapping, and Abu Bakr was not allowed to lead the prayer in front of him. Sahih al-Bukhari 2691. Narrated Anas, it was said to the Prophet, "Would that you see Abdullah bin Ubay." So, the Prophet went to him, riding a donkey, and the Muslims accompanied him, walking on salty barren land. When the Prophet reached Abdullah bin Ubay, the latter said, "Keep away from me. By Allah, the bad smell of your donkey has harmed me." On that an Ansari man said, to Abdullah, "By Allah, the smell of the donkey of Allah's messenger is better than your smell." On that a man from Abdullah's tribe got angry for Abdullah's sake, and the two men abused each other, which caused the friends of the two men to get angry, and the two groups started fighting with sticks, shoes and hands. We were informed that the following divine verse was revealed in this concern, and if two groups of believers fall to fighting, then make peace between them. Surah 49 verse 9. Summary. The hadith is about how two groups of believers were fighting and the Prophet intervened to make peace between them. Explanation. In the first hadith is about how to behave during prayer. The Prophet Muhammad taught us that if something happens during our prayers we should say Subhanallah, which means glory be to God, instead of clapping. He also said that it is not appropriate for someone else to lead the prayer in front of him. We can learn from this hadith that we should always show respect and reverence when praying and focus on praising God rather than making noise or distracting others. The second hadith is about how two groups of believers were fighting and the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, intervened to make peace between them. It was narrated by Anas bin Malik that it was said to the Prophet that he should go see Abdullah bin Ubay. So, the Prophet went on a donkey with Muslims accompanying him on a salty barren land. When they reached Abdullah, he said, "Keep away from me. By Allah, the bad smell of your donkey has harmed me." An Ansari man then said, "By Allah, the smell of the donkey of Allah's messenger is better than your smell," which caused an argument between them and their friends, leading to a fight with sticks, shoes and hands. In response to this situation, God revealed verse 49:9 in which he commanded believers to make peace between each other if they are fighting. This hadith teaches us that we should always strive for peace even when we are in disagreement with someone else, as it is what God commands us to do as believers.